Intuition is seeing with the soul, not with your eyes, not with your logic, but with something deeper. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Limitless Live. I'm Olga Binyaminov, your host. And this month of May, we are diving into something incredibly powerful, something that most people ignore, most people disconnect from, and actually, most people don't even understand. And that is your spiritual life. And today I want to start with one of the most important parts of spirituality, and that is your intuition, your inner voice. So let's start from the beginning. What does actually spiritual life mean? Because I want to clarify it right away. Spiritual life is not about religion, it's not about rules, rituals, or doing things perfectly. When we talk about spiritual life, it really means being connected to your own self. It's being aware of your inner world. And it's also living with purpose, living with alignment, and living with truth. It's about asking, who am I really? What feelings do I have that are right for me? And what is my inner voice actually trying to tell me? And I think this is so important to tune in to your inner voice, because your spiritual life is the part of you that knows before you even understand. It's this part of you that feels before you can even explain. And it's an important component of you that guides you even when things don't really make sense. And that is your intuition. So, for those of you that maybe don't understand quietly what intuition is not random. It's not just guessing or overthinking. Intuition is inner knowing without actually needing the proof. It's this quiet voice that says, this feels right, or something feels off. It's that same voice that tells you, don't go there, or trust this will work. And the key is that intuition is very calm, it's very quiet. It's just this feeling that something is telling you. And many people are confused between the voice of intuition and the voice of fear. So I want to break it down so you'll know the difference between them. Intuition is very calm, it's very clear, it's very neutral, and it comes once, very softly, like an inner voice. Fear, on the other hand, is very loud. It's repetitive, it's urgent, and it's filled with anxiety. So, to understand that better, intuition is like something that tells you this is right for you, this isn't right for you, go for it, do it. Fear tells you things like, what if things go wrong? What if I fail? What if I regret? That's not intuition. That is your fear talking. Your intuition is just guiding you to do, yes, do it, no, don't do it. Yes, go for it, no, don't go for it. Fear is deeper because now it guides you, but it adds this element of what if. Intuition is a guide, everything else is just a protection. Protection from past pain, from past experiences. And if you don't learn to tell the difference, you will live your life reacting to fear instead of actually being guided by the truth and by your own intuition. So there is a reason why we get disconnected from our intuition. And so many people lose this connection because over time we are taught to ignore ourselves, to please others, and to seek validation, and actually even overthink a lot of things. Because maybe you are told you're overreacting for an intuition you had and you didn't want to do something. Maybe you say, things like that doesn't make sense because whatever the intuition is saying doesn't make sense to your mind, but it might be real. Maybe over your course of life, you heard things like be practical, don't be emotional. So slowly, you actually stop trusting yourself. You stop trusting your intuition. Also, remember that stress disconnects you from your intuition. Trauma disconnects you from your intuition. And constant noise, phones, social media, people, all of that disconnects from your inner voice. So instead of listening inwards, you start looking outwards for answers. But guess what? All the answers you need are in you. I want you to pause for a minute and just reflect. Just ask yourself, when was the last time you ignored your intuition? And what happened after? Did something feel off, but you went along with it and did it anyways? And then what happened? Just think about that. I know for many of us, we've all had those moments where we have this inner feeling of not doing something, but we do it anyway. And usually we say afterward, I knew it, I felt it. So the good news is that you can reconnect with your intuition and your inner voice again because your intuition is not gone. It's just very quiet and you have to tune in to actually hear it. You can reconnect with it. The way you reconnect with that is with three simple steps. First of all, slow down because intuition cannot be heard when you are in a chaotic moment. Create a silent. Even 2 minutes a day matter. And I talk a lot about mindfulness and just having a moment with your own self. We're so distracted in the world with music and people and social media that we always have something in the background. Just take a couple of minutes a day for a quiet, silent moment. In that silent moment, step 3, get into your body. Not your mind, actually your body. Intuition is a gut feeling, and that's what people call that because your body always tells you the truth. That gut feeling is real, it's true. And we can do something very simple together. If you close your eyes, but only if you're comfortable and not driving, and place your hand on your heart. And I talked about that before. Placing your hand on your heart releases oxytocin, which actually relaxes your body. And when you take a deep breath while your hand is on your heart, breathe in and out and ask yourself gently, what do I need right now, right this moment? Don't force the answer. Just listen. Just listen to what your inner voice is telling you. Take your time, do that exercise during those 2 minutes, do them often, do that as many times as you need. And sometimes when we are in this chaotic moment, we forget all the answers we need are within us. Take a moment, tune into yourself, quiet that. Sit with yourself without distractions and ask yourself, what is it that you need? And whatever comes up is your inner voice. Whatever answer you hear is your inner self talking to you. And what I want you to remember is that intuition is not something you either have or you don't have. You all have it, but it's a skill, like any skill. The more you listen to it, the stronger it becomes. The more you ignore it, the quieter it would be. So this week, I really want you to practice. Very simple practice. Before you make any decision, a big decision or even a small, tiny decision, pause and ask, what feels right? Don't ask, what should I do? Don't ask what will people think or what would make the most sense, because those are not inner answers, these are fear answers. Ask, what feels true for me? And if you're journaling, journal for yourself. And yes, intuition can come up with while journaling, very intuitive journaling. Where in my life am I not listening to myself? And throughout the week, when you have that moment of quiet, tell yourself, I trust my inner voice. Because I can tell you from my own example, my intuition is so strong, and sometimes I don't listen to it. So trust your inner voice. You don't need to search outside for every answer. Because the truth is, the guidance you're looking for is already within you. You just have to be quiet enough to hear it. I hope to see you again for week 2. And in week 2, I'm going to talk about surrendering and letting go, how we let go so things can actually come back in the right way. So I'll meet you again next week. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember, education is a gateway for a bright future. Thank you for tuning in today.